Hello and welcome back to Nerd Outsider Review. This week we have the Infiniti QX60 autograph trim. Let's check it out. And welcome back. My name is Pat and we have Brian behind the camera as always. We are the Outsiders and this is the QX60 like I mentioned in the intro. Nice chrome with blacked out grille appearance. Definitely a favorable look and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's based off of the Nissan Pathfinder. That's right, it's got the 3.5 liter V6 underneath with the 9-speed transmission, not a CVT, and it can definitely tow a heck of a lot. That's a 6,000 pound towing rating. But continue on, we'll let you know how it drives further in the video. And I'll let you know as well how it compares to some of its competitors. We have the 20-inch wheels right here. You can get the 18-inch wheels if you go with the Pure. So the trims are Pure, Luxe, Sensory, and Autograph. Pricing starts in the US at $49,000 and it goes all the way up to $63,000. In Canada, we start at $62,000 and we go all the way up to $75,000 for the autograph trim, which is what we have here. The look of it, it looks very good, and they recommend premium gas, which will affect your wallet. So keep that in mind when we're going over the EPA assessment. Those are all with premium gas assessments. Now let's go inside and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. Here we are inside the QX60 and everything is nice soft touch. We have some faux wood here, which I love, and some soft touch fabric as well there. We have a nice steering wheel with all the buttons that you conventionally find, and it has the blue buttons with the circles around it, which gives you the Infiniti ProPilot Assist, which actually comes as well with the NaviLink, which means it can detect through the navigation system if there's a curve coming and adjust your speed that way. Moving on, we have the HVAC controls over here. I don't like how it's just one piece of see-through piano black. You do have to depress it. I don't know if you can hear that over there. So you do feel some feedback when you press it down. It's just not my favorite setup in the business. We do have wireless charger and my phone is plugged in as well. That's not an omission. It's because it does not come with wireless Android Auto. It does come with wireless Apple CarPlay, which at that point you can use the wireless charger. Triptonic shifter allows it to have storage space underneath, which I find quite convenient. And I like all the placement buttons in the wheels. I find that's very good use of the area, and it gives me a quick access to on the screen. Speaking of the screen, one thing I do not like about the screen is when I'm using Android Auto, and even when you're using the home screen, is this portion of the 12.3 digital screen just becomes near useless. Right now it's just used for the clock. I would have liked them to have better use of the whole screen. Same thing when you go for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. This portion just tells you that you're connected to that. And I find that minimizes your screen quite a bit. Here they do have the camera rear view mirror at a flick of a switch like this, which everybody is a fan of. I don't think anybody dislikes them. Standard features come with the base trim. You get tri-zone climate control, you get heated seats, and you also get digital screen, sunroof, moonroof, panoramic sunroof. Sorry, words are a little bit hard these days. However, if you upgrade, you'll get this nice Bose sound system, heated and ventilated seats with massage function. And I actually like the massage function contrary to other manufacturers. And you upgrade to the captain's chair. Now let's go take a look at those captain's chair. Sitting in the second row in the back seats here, you have tons of room. The leg room is more than ample. I am very comfortable back here as opposed to where. Ventilation up top, always a great idea. Much better ventilation in my personal opinion. Cup holders here as well as the cubbies. I'm a big fan of it, especially with the captain's chair, which the only way you can do this. And some people might say, well, you're losing access to that third row, but do you really care about the people you put in that third row? I'm just kidding. We care about everybody, but they have easy access and egress to the one touch button that's on the seat. Speaking of buttons, we have some nice buttons right here for HVAC controls, and we actually have a full 120 volt outlet, USB-A and USB-C. Always good. And I love these controls. I think that's very good that they didn't go with the full panel like they did in the front seat. Here, the third row, I'm only 5'9", but I can sit upright and I'm just slightly touching the roof. I also have decent space. I wouldn't say I'm comfortable. I'd say I'm decent. I'm a bigger guy. I like to be spreading out a little bit more. They didn't put a middle seat here, and rightfully so, because I don't think anybody could fit next to me. So it's just a 2-passenger third row, and cup holders, USB-A, and the most important part is easy egress. Let's get out of here. All right, here we are. Go for a drive, and we always punch it. There we go. We got the 3.5 liter V6, 295 horsepower and 270 pounds-feet of torque. And that's powered through a 9-speed transmission. Goes 0 to 60 like we just did in about 7 seconds. They say 6.9, but yeah, I'll round it off. Towing capacity is 6,000 pounds. That is a very good towing capacity in this segment. What I find as far as driving goes is it's got really good highway acceleration. The V6 really shows its power when you're going already at high speed. However, around the city, I find that around second gear, it seems to lag a little bit. It's not that noticeable, but I definitely, noticed it. And it's one thing that I'd say that you'll feel it if you drive it on a daily basis. You do have several drive modes. You have sport and auto and personal and eco. And I'm not a big fan of drive modes. Ever since I drove the Volvo EV, it just makes so much sense to, you want to go fast? Press on that pedal fast. You want to go slow? Well, you know what? You want to be economic, then be economic with the pedal. Pretty simple, right? However, we do have drive modes in here. Now, let's talk a little bit about fuel economy. Fuel economy is 22 miles per gallon combined, or up here in Canada, it's 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers. I'll also post the rest of the fuel economy for highway and such. However, just keep in mind, at first glance, that might seem like it's not the best fuel economy. It's actually pretty good in this segment. And keep in mind, this is a pretty big SUV. We're talking cargo space. With all the seats up, you're looking at 14 cubic feet. Now, once you put the third row down, 41.6 cubic feet, and with all the seats down, 75.4 cubic feet. Definitely plenty of space. And I actually enjoy driving it quite a bit. I find that my actual fuel economy is about 11.5 liters per 100 kilometers, so closer to the 21 miles per gallon than the 22 miles per gallon, but it's still very good, especially if I'm comparing it to the Toyota GX, which is about 17 miles per gallon. The Lexus GX, which is 17 miles per gallon. The rest of the handling, I find that some people said that the suspension is a bit stiff. I find it completely opposite. The suspension is very well tuned for comfort. This vehicle is built for comfort, not as much for performance. Although, if you want to pass somebody on the highway, you definitely can do that. The V6 has that power. But comfort-wise, it's, not going to be, you don't want to take super sharp curves, but this is a 3-row SUV. You shouldn't be really doing that. It's built for nice, comfortable, and it doesn't have too much bounce. Definitely like the suspension. I don't know what these people are talking about, it being too firm. So yeah, as far as driving goes, I have zero complaints. Other than in the city, sometimes with the stop and go, you might feel that it's a little bit laggy on the 9-speed transmission may not be shifting as quick as you'd like it to be. However, those problems definitely are not existent when you're going at higher speed. Now, before we conclude the channel, I'm going to invite you guys to like, subscribe, and comment like every other YouTuber out there. But it's more to us because we're such a small channel. And we like to do these reviews and we'd like to keep that up. So give us some feedback, will you? Now, that being said, here are my pros about this vehicle. Price is priced incredibly well, and it is a luxury 3-row SUV. Keep that in mind. Fuel economy goes with price, kind of, because you're going to save a lot of that money. So you save money when you buy it and you save money when you drive it. That's great. Comfort and space. This is a spacious 3-row SUV. It's not one of those fake 3-row SUVs that I can't fit in it. I actually fit in the back. Everybody fits. Everybody's comfortable because of the Nissan seats. Infiniti, Nissan, same, more luxury. Very, very comfortable. Now, what do I not like about this vehicle? Performance. The 3.5 liter V6 is a tad disappointing in horsepower and torque when you compare it to its competitors. Android Auto is lacking wireless Android Auto. And that, if you read any or if you watch any of my reviews, you'll know that that's one of my pet peeves. It's very simple to have, just get it already. And we'll all be happy and we'll use that wireless charger. And again, drivetrain options. 3.5 liter V6, good old reliable, but that's your only choice that you have. You don't have a plug-in hybrid, you don't have a mild hybrid, and you don't have any variant with turbos. A lot of the manufacturers now are going with the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbos, and they're doing that because they're more performant and they save you a little bit on fuel as well as perhaps cost. Now, you guys tell me if you prefer the old reliable V6, because I definitely noticed that a lot of people commenting on the internet are not too happy with the fact that manufacturers are moving away from the V6 and they're adopting 4 cylinders on bigger vehicles, including pickup trucks. So definitely submit your comment there, what you guys think. Do you guys prefer that they stick around with the V6, or do you prefer that they modernize a little bit their engine and go with something else? Again, before I sign off, my name is Pat and we have Brian behind the camera. And thank you for watching, and check out the rest of our reviews. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Hi, YouTube.